We often hear of the miracles of modern medicine. They are usually splashed across the front page in bold headlines. A surgeon replaces severed hand, or polio to be eradicated. But one doctor discovered, much to his amazement, that miracles in the medical profession sometimes come in very different forms, often in very obscure places. Meet Dr. Benjamin Powell, second in his class at the same medical school where his father and his grandfather had studied before him. His instructors had described him as both brilliant and sensitive, qualities his grandfather hoped would lead him into general practice, but things hadn't worked out quite that way.
I don't know how you can just sit there and stare at that thing all day.
Grandpa, have a seat.
What is it? Another miracle cure?
Who knows? We just work and hope.
Benjamin, you've been out of medical school now for 6 years. When are you going to practice real medicine?
Let me guess. You've got another wonderful opportunity for me. What is it this time? Clinic in rural Idaho needs somebody?
Actually, what I got in mind is something much better than that. A volunteer mission. Your father and I and several others are going to set up a facility in Guatemala. Train some locals to help the Indians in the outlying villages. It could be a very nice way for you to spend the next 6 months of your life. We're reserving a place for you on the team.
I know you don't believe it, but doing research is practicing medicine. Someone has to figure out what all that stuff does you pill pushers give out.
Oh, heaven knows I've got nothing against research, but working face-to-face with patients, with hands-on healing, it gives the doctor something magical. Beyond anything you can get from a computer printout or a test tube. That there's something out there. Something you won't even be able to understand unless you get out there and experience it. Now, I'd hate for you to miss that. Stuck here.
I know. You remind me every time you see me.
Well, we're getting together at the house this Saturday evening. We're going to work through some plans with the other volunteers. You could at least come over and see what we're up to.
I wish I could, but I'm committed to speak at a symposium in Lake Tahoe on Saturday.
Whatever happened to that doctor's bag I gave you when you graduated from medical school?
It's in my car. I always carry it with me.
You know, there's more miracle cures in that bag than in that thing.
The system had been good to Dr. Powell. He enjoyed all the trappings of a successful career, the respect of his peers, money, and a certain degree of fame. And he probably wasn't thinking about the medical bag in the trunk of his car that Saturday as he headed up the mountain to Lake Tahoe.
No one's here to take your call right now. Please leave a message at the tone.
Rachel, I left some dictation on the machine at the office. I need you to get started on it as soon as you get in Monday. Also, there's an important appointment change I need you to make. I'm starting to get out of range. Signal on this frequency is breaking up. I'm going to dial again.
I'm sorry, your call cannot be completed. You are out of the service area.
Before the day was over, there would be ample opportunity to remember and reflect on his grandfather's words, all triggered by amazing events which the young doctor nor anyone on earth could ever have anticipated. Dr. Powell didn't ordinarily pick up hitchhikers, but for this boy, so young and in the middle of nowhere, he made an exception. There was something about this youngster that was immediately compelling.
Hi, how you doing? You're a bit young to be out hitching rides, wouldn't you say? Where's your mom and dad? Where are you going? Okay, we're on our way. Great. 12 years in medical school and I can't communicate with an 8-year-old. So you have very far to go? This where you going? Okay, don't worry. I'll get you where you need to go.
Dr. Powell was not a man given to sudden impulses. Yet, here he found himself impulsively following the silent directions of the young hitchhiker.
What's going on? Please let this get through.
This is 911. Your name, please?
Yes, my name is Dr. Benjamin Powell. I'm at the site of an accident. A school bus has gone off the road and rolled over 2 miles north on Mill Creek Canyon, just south of Big Falls.
Outside of Taylorville?
Yes, that's right. Please, there's been injuries. Hurry. Get back away from the door! Watch your head, watch your head. There you go. All right.
The driver's hurt, and a lot of the kids, too.
All right, don't you worry about anything. I'm gonna take care of everybody, okay? Don't worry. All right, watch your hands. There you go. Hit your head before like that? Yeah. Got a headache? Yeah, I'm sure. Don't worry about that. We're gonna take care of that right now. Feeling all right? Huh? Yeah? Yeah, okay, here. Oh, you can say, oh, look at my hand here. You ever wanted to be a doctor or a nurse? Huh? Tie that up. Here you go, young lady. You'll be fine now. Excuse me. What's the status on the driver?
Heart attack. Must have been why he lost control and crashed. We've got him stabilized.
Is that it? Are all the kids out?
Bringing up the last one now.
Wait.
It's too late for this one, Doc. Probably died on impact.
I've seen this boy before. On the road, I gave him a ride.
Couldn't have been. We just pulled him out of the bus. One of the kids told me when the driver slumped over, this one jumped up and grabbed the wheel. Kept the bus from flipping the tree up the road. If it hadn't have been for him, you might have lost a lot more of these kids. Lucky you came along when you did. Real lucky. Let's go.
Thank you a lot for helping us. I'll never forget you.
And I won't forget you. Any of you.
Dr. Benjamin Powell was weary but satisfied from his long afternoon. Still, he could not shake from his mind the puzzling appearance of the young boy. Could it merely have been just his imagination?
I'm sorry,
And now, still another odd note to add. He had earlier been able to reach 911 to call for help. But now he was not even able to get a dial tone. It seems that something far beyond a doctor's skill and knowledge had been at work to save the children at this remote hillside. This was a day that was full of odd happenings and improbabilities. His uncharacteristic stop for the hitchhiker, a 911 call that should not have connected, and now this one last reminder of the very real appearance to him of a boy who had, in fact, died in the bus accident.
You know, things won't be the same here without you.
Thank you, Rachel. But even if I stayed, things wouldn't be the same. If you need to reach me in case of emergency, you can call me here.
Guatemala should be interesting. You make sure you write us.
Ready, Benjamin?
Yes, I am.
Well, I read in the paper about your exploits on the way to Lake Tahoe. Sounds like some real doctrine.
You remember you told me about something special happening?
I already knew you had the experience. I'm sure you'll understand now. Well, that's why your dad and I are going to Guatemala. We're chasing after the experience. When you called and asked if you could go along with us, I knew you'd had it too. Great. This medicine, isn't it?
Dr. Benjamin Powell never tried to explain what happened that afternoon on an isolated mountain road. He accepted the miracle for what it was, for how it changed him, for the true understanding of his profession it offered, and for the kind of doctor it had helped him to become.
I think that a spirit is the part of us that is between our intellect and between our body. It's our focus. It's our force. And I think it's the thing that surfaces when we need help. And I think that that boy was in serious need of help and attention. I think he recognized it for what it was, for the fact that somebody's spirit had reached out to him.